Row number 4 to the inside, the 3T Nate Thompson. On his outside, the 96 of Jackson Sadoff. And row number 5, the 8C Chad Anderson. On his outside, the 12 of Reed Payne. Three wide at the line. Out of turn 4. Oh, there's a pile up now. Everyone's able to keep going. Lap number 1 will go to the 8. The 8A of Dustin Anderson. Cole Wayman up to that second spot. Trey Dunsing in 3rd. Terry Hurt in 4th. Nate Thompson is the top 5 in that 5th and final transfer. Dustin Anderson, Cole Wayman. Trey Dunsing, Terry Hurt, Nate Thompson, and then Chad Anderson. Cole Wayman starting to reel in. Anderson trying to battle for that race lead. Wayman currently in 2nd. Takes a look to the low side, exit of turn 4. Anderson holds on with 4 laps left to go.
Wayman is a consistent 0.4 faster every lap.
Dustin Anderson, Cole Wayman. That's your battle on the racetrack. Dustin Anderson looking to the inside of Nate Thompson. Now we got a battle for the race lead down the backstretch. Wayman's been reeling him in by 0.4. Out of turn 4, looking at the white flag. You got a new race leader, but Anderson's gonna fight back. He'll dive to the inside, slide job, crossover by Wayman. Wayman hard onto the throttle. He'll get the race lead back down the backstretch. That's gonna seal it for the 3W of Cole Wayman gets the win. Trey Dunsing brings it home in 3rd. 24T of Terry Hurt in 4th, and I believe your 5th and final transfer was the 8A of Dustin Anderson.
And how about that, Dan? Once again, the last time we saw that modified for Cole Wayman, it was getting picked off the speedway by a tractor off all 4s.
So the 3J of Jared Dieterding was scheduled to be outside pole position, but because he was late to the lineup, he will be moved to the rear.
Quick update, guys. All the hobby stocks did pass tech.
Man, I am just struggling all of a sudden. The 3J of Jeremy Baker, not Jared Dieterding.
Yeah, that's kind of a tough number to read, to be honest with you. White on white. Jenkins and Gropp getting together, coming off of turn 2 there. We'll see who takes lap number 1. Boy, we've got some slicing and dicing. Here comes Lineberry, the inside of Kate Richards, but put the 1R to the point, working into 1 and 2. How about Johnny Sadoff, the 96J in 1 lap, started 9th and up to 2nd. Look at the Jet, the 4-time national champion. Mike Densberger takes the spot away from Mike Lineberry for 3rd. Lineberry back to 4th. Jenkins rounding out your top 5. Here comes Johnny. Looking to the inside of Richards. Richards shuts the door for the moment. Here comes the diamond move off of 4 for the 96J. Right back to his inside going into 1. Your race for the lead as Richards pushed up the track just a little bit. And Johnny Sadoff from worst to first. Here comes Richards right back to the inside, but Johnny Sadoff's got it. Cade Richards 2nd, Mike Densberger 3rd, Ryan Jenkins up to 4th. Here comes Rick Gropp to the inside of Mike Lineberry. Top 5 cars moving on. So Rick Gropp now in the final transfer. Ryan Jenkins closing in on your defending track champion. Of course, Jenkins picked up the win last night at the I-80 Speedway just a few miles up the road. And Densberger catching Cade Richards as well, as we got one stalled in turn number 1. That's the 13K of Kevin Stack. Good catch. I didn't catch that one.
I just look everywhere.
Yeah, there you go.
Got up in the crumbles there, number 1, and turned it around. And if you were watching Cade Richards there coming around there when Johnny was pushing him, he was getting a push in that car. So we'll see how it handles the rest of this heat race.
So here we go. Johnny Sadoff started 9th, is your leader. Picked up the win last night in Beatrice, his home track. And he's got the advantage coming off of 2. Cade Richards second look, and Ryan Jenkins want to restart for the 6. Goes high, wide, and handsome off of 4. He'll pick up the 3rd spot of Densberger, and now he'll look to the inside as he split both cars side by side for 2nd through 1 and 2. Here comes Jenkins to the inside of Richards. Cade Richards, first year at a modified. Can he hold off the veteran? And it's not going to happen. Jenkins up to 2nd. So 2 cars that started to the rear of the pack, Sadoff and Jenkins in the final 2 rows, have come to the front. Now here comes Densberger. Sadoff, your leader. Jenkins 2nd, Richards 3rd, Densberger 4th. Gropp riding out your 5th and final transfer. Then it's Baker, Lineberry, and Jeremy Baker. Caden Murray going to give him 1 to go this time by. White flag is out for Sadoff. He'll work the bottom of 1 and 2. That opens up the door for Jenkins. Here comes the 6 off of 2. You may have a race for the lead going into 3 and 4. Sadoff runs right through the center. Jenkins up high, bobbled a little bit. That's going to let Sadoff hold on for the win. Jenkins 2nd, Densberger, Richards, and Gropp all going to the A feature. So picking up the heat race win, how about it, from 9th to 1st in the 96J? Give it up for Johnny Sadoff.
Ryan Jenkins was coming. His best lap time was on lap number 9. It was a 15.6.
Row number 3, the 40, it's the Shark, Sean Harkert, who is outside the 5S, Bob Zobek. Row number 4, the Hitman, 21H, Shane Hyatt. To his outside, the 27 of Clint Holman. And rounding out the field, tail end Charlie, the 30 of Jordan Grabowski. Got a mystery car out there also. It's not on our lineup sheet. Oh my land, 4 wide on the exit of turn 4. Aaron Pella, your race leader. Cade Richards up to 2nd. That's Reed Payne in the 12. Reed Payne in the 12. So Pella, Zobek, Holman, seven laps left to go. Aaron Pella, Bob Zobek, battle is for 3rd, Clint Holman and Stormin Norman Ziegenbein. Good move by Bob Zobek to take over the race lead, but Pella's going to fight back. Pella will look who's inside. Zobek, high, wide, and handsome. 5 laps left to go. Oh no! Pella breaks loose in the middle of 1 and 2. He's going to lose the 2nd spot, and he'll lose the transfer. Yellow is out. Yellow is out. For the 4B of Brandon Verbeek.
By the way, that mystery car, Dan, Reed Payne, all the way from Idaho Falls, Idaho,
oh my,
with us here tonight. How about that?
Told to hurry up and get around the racetrack, tag the back of the field, but he might just be waiting. or he could be having issues with the car. We'll wait and see. It looks like he's moving still. And he will join the back of the field. 5 to go. Zobek, Pella. Pella got a big break there as the caution came out when he was falling back, so he retakes that second spot. Clint Homan, then Jordan Grabowski. And now it's Shane Hyatt. Oh, Hyatt up the racetrack. Hyatt up into the crumbs. Sean Harker's got the final transfer spot now. And Clint Homan's had his door ripped off. Left side door panel of Clint Homan is tucked back behind the rear quarter panel. Bob Zobek is gone. Aaron Pella, Grabowski gets by Homan. Grabowski looking for a little bit more. Out of turn 4, Pella will hold on to the spot. No! Pella holds on, but Grabowski gets it into turn 1. Jordan Grabowski's on the move. Grabowski started tail end Charlie. White flag, final time for the 5S of Bob Zobek. The 30 of Jordan Grabowski. The 3A of Aaron Pella trying to hold on, but Clint Homan wants that spot on the final set of corners. Pella will hold on for third.
Dan, I believe if you look at the right side of Grabowski's car is why Holman does not have a door panel anymore.
Oh. So once again, picking up the win, the 5S of Bob Zobek. Moving on to the A feature, the 30 of Jordan Grabowski, the 3A of Aaron Pella, the 27 of Clinton Homan, and the 40 of Sean Harker.
Of Baker. So here we go, Chad Anderson and looks like the 96 of Sadoff set to bring us to the green. They'll work through 1 and 2. Anderson's gonna stay on the middle lane, and here comes the hitman. Shane Hyatt, Catfish to the bottom side, a 3 and 4 year race for the lead. Jackson Sadoff right there. Lap 1 goes to Chad Anderson.
Chad Anderson, Shane Hyatt, Jackson Sadoff. That's your top 3. That could have been a top 3 in an A feature at most other tracks. They're battling out of the B tonight. Anderson's going to have it for another lap. Shane Hyatt in second. Jackson Sadoff, Mike Lineberry, and Stormin Norman Ziegenbein.
Verbeek in that 4B machine. Oh, look out! Payne on the backstretch goes nose first to the outside guardrail. I was just going to say the Idaho native was starting to come through the pack, but took a hard right turn, nose first into that outside guardrail.
All right, you were trying to get to me. I'll send you a picture. Tough break for end damage.
All right, we're going to wait until the end of this B feature to give you the winning ticket numbers for the 50-50 drawing, but $464 is the total.
Chad Anderson immediately goes to the high line of 1 and 2. Shane Hyatt on the bottom side. Jackson Sadoff up top. Mike Lineberry on the bottom. So these drivers searching around this 3rd mile high bank dirt oval for some speed. And here comes Hyatt.
Shane Hyatt looking underneath Anderson to take over the race lead. He's got it out of turn 2. Anderson not able to get the momentum run down the backstretch. He'll settle into second, but he's not happy with it. Out of turn 4, Anderson's trying to battle back at the line. Anderson gets the lead back.
Chad Anderson, your new leader. Meanwhile, while the leaders are duking out, how about Brandon Verbeek into the 5th and final transfer in that 4B machine? Up front, Shane Hyatt has taken the lead back over at 3 and 4. Here comes Anderson right back to the outside. It's still the hitman at the line.
At the line, Shane Hyatt got the lead. Anderson a little high in turn 2. That's going to allow Hyatt to get a good run off the corner. He'll pull away with a 3-car length advantage. See if he slides up and closes the door on Anderson. He will not, but Shane Hyatt continues to lead. 6 to go.
Top 2 cars have pulled away for the rest of the pack. It's Hyatt, Anderson, Sadoff, Lineberry, and Verbeek. The next car outside looking in, the X52 of Sean Benning is Trevor Baker off the pace. He'll pull it into the infield, his night done.
Trevor Baker done for the night. The 25 exclamation point. 4.5 laps left to go as Chad Anderson's not going to give up on that race lead. He's going to get a good run out of turn number 4.
Good start there for Anderson on the high line that lap. He'll rip the lip of 1 and 2. That cushion really starting to build up, and 2 really fast lines of racing showing up here in your Modified B feature. 3 to go this time by.
Can the 21H of Shane Hyatt hold on for the B feature win? Or will Chad Anderson battle back on that high side? Jackson Sadoff all by himself. He's lonely there in 3rd. Mike Lineberry in 4th.
Brandon Verbeek rounding out your top 5 as Shane Hyatt will meet lap traffic here with 2 to go. Oh, your second place runner is a left rear flat. Chad Anderson off the pace it goes, blows up his whole left side of body panel, tearing apart, still 1 to go.
He's going to try to limp it around. 1 to go. Can he get by?
He's got a whole straightaway ahead of, here comes Ziegenbein. He's still got a straightaway.
Verbeek having issues getting around him.
Oh,
Verbeek gets by. Can Chad Anderson hold on as Shane Hyatt wins it?
Oh, no!
Anderson loops in 3 and 4. Stormin' Norman Ziegenbein's going to qualify for the A feature.
Shane Hyatt wins it. Jackson Sadoff second, Mike Lineberry, Brandon Verbeek, and Norm Ziegenbein. What in the world is happening tonight?
Oh my God. James, if you want to do an interview, you got time.
All right, set to go green flag racing. Your 3A Aaron Pella on the front row with Dustin Anderson to his outside. 20 laps the distance, 20 cars. It is modified showtime.
Aaron Pella's got Dustin Anderson all over him on that start. The 3 of Trey Dunsing also there. Dunsing looking to the inside of Anderson. Battle for the race lead off turn number 4. It's going to be Anderson.
Good run for Dustin Anderson. His best night by far of the season so far, but he pushes up. Here comes Dunsing. The 3D up to the point.
Dunsing, Anderson, Hurt, Pella, that's your top 4. Battle for 5th is 3 wide.
Cole Wayman on the high line. Richards in the middle. Here comes Zolbeck down low. Oh, Wayman jumped the cushion. Here comes Ryan Jenkins. Where did he come from?
Ryan Jenkins with a big run on the high side out of turn 4. They're all single file on the low side below him. He gets a big run again, but Richards closes the door. Jenkins gives him a shot going into 3.
Tell you what, you've got 2 really good lines right now. The bottom and the extreme top side. Some of those guys on the top really getting a good run off the corner. Pella to the inside, Richards right in the middle. Here comes Jenkins on the high line one more time.
And Richards closes the door again, and Jenkins gives him a shot. Now Jenkins cuts it down below. Jenkins is going to look to the inside of Richards. Richards holds onto the spot, but Jenkins gets by Pella.
Boy, that is some tight racing down there right now. Grabowski's going to go on the top side, seeing if he can make some hay up there. As Jenkins now moves up into 5th. Wayman starting to settle back in that 3W. And now Richards looks to the inside of Jenkins, but up front it is all Trey Dunsing, Dustin Anderson, Terry Hurt, Ryan Jenkins, Cade Richards, Cole Wayman, Jordan Grabowski, Aaron Pella, Johnny Sadoff, Bob Zolbeck, Mike Densberger.
Single file through your top 5. Grabowski with a big run off the corner gets by Wayman.
Here comes Johnny Sadoff. Look to the inside for a moment on Cole Wayman. Meanwhile, here comes Grabowski. Oh, Richards pushed up a little bit. Grabowski moves up into 5th, last week's safe feature winner.
Trey Dunsing. Trey Dunsing. Dustin Anderson. Terry Hurt and Ryan Jenkins. Jenkins now up into the wall. That car is broke.
Man, that's a tough break for Ryan Jenkins. He was moving on the high line of the speedway. Just got a little too high in 3 and 4. Caught his right side into that outside guardrail and just couldn't quite move off of it. I think he's got some right front damage because that car is not wanting to turn off the corner.
That wheel apart, and then as he goes around the corner, it just completely breaks loose.
Well, you see how close that top berm is to that outside guardrail going into your corner entry right there, so it's tricky as Trey Dunsing brings us back to the green flag. Grabowski's going to go to the high line. Oh, Densberger got crossed up. Clint Holman again is going to get door slammed.
That's going to be a lot of damage on your defending track champion, but the car stays together in 3 and 4. Grabowski high in turns 1 and 2, tries to get a big run. He's trying to close in on Dustin Anderson.
He'll dive to the bottom of 3 and 4. Dunsing your leader, but here comes Grabowski in the 30. It's still Anderson at the line. Grabowski started 12th, so he's on the move. Meanwhile, how about Johnny Sadoff starting to make his way through the pack? He started right next to Grabo.
Grabowski gets by Anderson. Anderson with a good crossover move. Fights back, but Grabowski on the high side. Exit of turn 4. Grabowski up to 2nd.
Meanwhile, another car keep an eye on. How about the other jet, the 96 at Jackson? He started in the 17th spot, and he is back up to, what, the 8th position now, roughly? Trey Dunsing working the bottom line of 1 and 2. Grabowski, can he run him down? Still, will come to 6 to go this time.
Trey Dunsing, Jordan Grabowski, 6 to go. Dustin Anderson, Terry Hurt. That's your top 4. Sadoff and Richards going at it for the 5th spot.
Trey Dunsing still with the advantage by a half a straightaway over Grabowski. Anderson, Terry Hurt with a really good run here tonight. He's had some bad luck this year so far. Sadoff sweeps up trying to run down that 24 machine.
Grabowski is closing on Dunsing. Last time by, Grabowski was 0.2 faster.
Tell you what, another car moving up. Here comes Shane Hyatt now, the 21H. He started 16th, and he is closing towards the front of the top 5.
Working to the inside of Cole Wayman. 3 laps left to go for Dunsing and Grabowski.
Boy, I tell you what, Dan, Grabowski's coming. He is there. Grabowski making it happen on the high line off of 4. Your race for the lead. You've got a new leader going to the line with 2 to go.
Jordan Grabowski trying to make it 2 weeks in a row, visiting a modified victory lane in Demon Decal's winner's circle. Dunsing back to 2nd. Anderson holding on to 3rd. Sadoff trying to reel him in. White flag is out. Final time.
Can Grabowski go 2 for 2 the last 2 Saturday nights? He's looking good down the back straightaway into 3 and 4, and he will do it. The 30 back to Demon Decal's victory lane. Jordan Grabowski, your winner.
Trey Dunsing in 2nd. Dustin Anderson in 3rd.
Dustin Anderson in 3rd. That is Johnny the Jet in 4th. Terry Hurt, I believe, rounding out your top 5.